My name is Carter. I had a perfect life. I lived in a beautiful house with my wife Chloe. We were married for 5 years. I loved her more than anything. Chloe was smart and beautiful. She was funny and kind. She was my best friend. Our life together was full of love and laughter. I was a very happy man. For me, life was perfect. Chloe's job was very demanding. She travelled a lot for her work. Sometimes she was gone for a week. Sometimes she was gone for 2 weeks. I missed her a lot when she was away, but I was never worried. I trusted her completely. When she was away, we talked every day. We sent messages in the morning. We had video calls at night. She told me about her meetings. I told her about my day. We were always connected. She always brought me a small gift from her trips. A book from London, a small painting from Paris. Our house was full of these small memories. They were symbols of our love and her travels. One week, she went to Chicago for her work. It was a normal trip. We said goodbye at the airport. I hugged her. I said, "I love you. Be safe." She smiled her beautiful smile. She said, "I love you too, Carter. I will be back soon." I went back to our quiet house. I missed her already, but it was okay. This was our life, our perfect, happy life. I loved my wife, but I did not know my wife at all. The woman I loved was a stranger. A few days later, my phone rang. It was Chloe. Her voice was a little stressed. She said, "Carter, honey, I need your help. I cannot find my hotel booking confirmation." I said, "Okay, what do you need?" She said, "Can you please go into my personal email? The password is on a small paper under my keyboard. Please find the email from Global Hotels and send me the booking number. I need it for my company." I said, "Of course, no problem." I was happy to help her. I went to her small office in our house. I found the password. I turned on her computer. I opened her email account. I felt a little strange. It was her private space. But she asked me to do it. I trusted her. She trusted me. I typed Global Hotels in the search bar. I found the email easily. I wrote down the booking number. I sent it to her in a message. My job was done. I was about to close the email account, but then my eyes saw something. A list of other emails on the side. One sender name was Westwood School. I thought it was strange. We did not have children. Why did she get emails from a school? It was just curiosity, a small, simple curiosity. I clicked on the name. A list of emails appeared: school newsletter, parent-teacher meeting reminder, Leo's art project. Leo? Who was Leo? My heart started to beat a little faster. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe it was an email for her friend. Maybe it was a mistake. I clicked on the email with the subject school newsletter. It opened. It was full of news and pictures of children in a school uniform. I scrolled down. Then I stopped. My whole body went cold. I saw a picture. It was a picture from a school fair. In the picture, Chloe was standing next to another man. She was laughing. Between them was a small boy. He was maybe 4 years old. He had Chloe's smile. They looked like a family. I could not breathe. My mind was empty and loud at the same time. Who was that man? Who was that little boy? My hands were shaking. I closed the picture. I went back to the list of emails. I needed more information. I needed to understand. I saw an email with the subject Leo's report card. There was a file attached to it. I clicked on the file. It opened. It was a school report card. The student's name was Leo Miller, and at the top of the page there was a line for the parents' names. It said Chloe Miller and David Miller. Chloe Miller, David Miller. My last name is not Miller. My name is Carter. Who was David Miller? Who was Leo Miller? My world did not just break. It disappeared. The floor was not real. The air was not real. The last 5 years of my life were not real. The woman I loved was not real. I sat there for a long time. I do not know how long. An hour, maybe 2. I just looked at the screen. Chloe Miller and David Miller. I closed the computer. I stood up and walked into our living room. I looked at our wedding photo on the wall. We were so happy. Was that a lie? I looked at the gifts she brought me from her trips. Were they all lies? Chloe came home 2 days later. She walked into the house with her suitcase. She was smiling. She said, "I'm home, honey. I missed you so much." I did not move from my chair. I did not smile. My voice was very calm and very cold. I said, "Who is Leo?" Her smile disappeared. The colour left her face. She knew. She understood my question immediately. Her happy mask was gone. I was looking at a stranger. She did not say anything for a long moment. She just looked at me with wide, scared eyes. Then she whispered, "How did you find out?" The pain was a physical thing in my chest. So she did not deny it. It was true. All of it was true. I said, "You asked me to check your email." I saw the pictures. I saw the report card. Chloe Miller and David Miller. She started to cry. But her tears meant nothing to me now. They were the tears of a liar. She sat on the floor. She confessed everything. She said, "I have another life, Carter. I have another family." Her words were quiet, but they were louder than a bomb. Another family, another life. She told me about David. She knew him before she met me. She told me about Leo, her son, her 4-year-old son. She said, "I didn't know how to tell you. I was afraid. I love you, Carter. I really do. I looked at her. The woman I loved was gone. This person on the floor was someone else, someone who lived a double life, someone who built our perfect marriage on a mountain of lies. I felt nothing, no anger, no sadness, just a huge empty space inside me. I stood up. I looked down at her. I said, I want you to pack a bag. I want you to leave my house. Now, she cried more. She said, please, Carter, we can talk about this. I shook my head. I said, there is nothing to talk about. The person I married does not exist. Please leave. She left an hour later. The house was quiet again, but this quiet was different. It was a dead quiet, a quiet full of ghosts and lies. Now, I live in this house alone. It is full of her things. But she is not here. I look at our wedding photo. I try to remember the woman I loved, but I can't. I only see a stranger now. A stranger who broke my life into a million pieces.